So much, Chair. Arnold Mutwiri.
Yes, Mr. Evans.
Asante. Did I hear you say that you have already prepared a work plan? Did you prepare a work plan as the Kiambu manager or as a potential commissioner?
Thank you so much. I believe hope is good and use of faith is also good. So I prepared my work plan as a commissioner because for Kiambu I already have. So I prepared my 30-day, 60-day, and the 90-day work plan of action in case I find favor before this panel to become a commissioner.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Now, in your normal daily work, related to the same, do you prepare work plans which you give to the Secretariat or to the IPC?
Thank you so much. As a county elections manager, we have a work plan that we use, just like we have a procurement plan. So I study my team. I'm in charge of 12 constituencies. And after interacting with them, I know their strengths. So I use their strengths to assign duties and responsibility and ensuring that everybody is on board, that there is no one who is new to our plans. So we do it, and I will do it if I become a commissioner.
Now, I meant the plan of IPC at the national level.
Yes.
Do you contribute to the national plan at the IPC level? And if you do, how do you involve the people of Kiambu in coming up with a work plan that actually fits up to the national at secretariat level? How do you involve the people of Kiambu?
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Evans. We have a strategic plan as a commission. Currently, the Secretariat is ready with a draft plan for the next 5 years because the one we had expired, but it is just awaiting the blessings of the commissioners. In the development of the strategic plan and our plan of duties, we are involved because there is a way we select people. Like the manager, I am tasked with the responsibility of maybe appointing 1 or 2 members from my team who will meet with other members from other directorates so as to come up with a plan of action and to develop the strategic plan so as to bring synergy.
Thanks so much. The last question. Mm-hmm. We have always talked about the IPC commissioners being the policy makers. Can you give a specific example of the policies that the IPC commissioners make?
One of the policies that is meant by the Commission is we have a stakeholder engagement policy. We have a transfer policy within the Commission. We have a human resource management policy. We have a policy guiding partnerships. There are several policies and even manuals.
Thanks so much. I wish you well.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fatuma. Saman, kindly.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Mutwiri.
Yes, Madam.
Would you please tell the panel what mechanism that you're going to use if you become a commissioner to help prevent voter suppression and disenfranchisement? Because sometimes you find that's what leads to poor voter turnout. So what mechanisms are you going to use to ensure?
Thank you so much, Madam Fatuma, for that. One of the areas that I will ensure that I bring to order is the issue of printing of ballot papers. This thing should be as clear and as possible to all the players. Even if it costs, because if we decide to print our ballot papers outside the country, it is not wise for just IBC and the printer to work on the ballots, on the ballot papers, and bring them in. We have to involve the stakeholders. They should know the printer. They should visit the printer. They should counter-check whatever is done to avoid cases whereby there is a mishap of ballot papers. Secondly, on defranchisement, let every Kenyan know that his or her vote will be counted at the polling station and will be accounted for by IBC. That is our responsibility to manage elections. We will count and account for each and every voter. Thirdly, there is no election without agents. People complain, oh, agents interfered, made noise. No. At times you have not made them understand even the voting process. I will strive to ensure that agents understand the processes equally or even more than the IEBC, so that by the time that person is going to vote, he or she feels that his vote will be counted and accounted for. The other area to avoid suppression is that we have to consider that Kenya is unique and there are challenges. The challenges in Nairobi are not the challenges in Marsabit. I have worked in Marsabit. Currently, I understand if someone tells you that a polling station might open late in North Hall, and someone here in Mathare will not see what I'm talking about, we have to develop even some sort of an affirmative action so that everybody, every Kenyan gets a right to vote. Remember, I want to introduce a voter-centered approach to the commission, whereby all our programs must revolve around the voter. Voter education. How informed are they? Business cannot be as usual. The same voter education that was done by ECK, we can't continue employing them at this particular age. So I want to bring in current levels of even interacting with the voter. One, we have to get into the digital space, whereby there is a whole niche of voters who we shall be able to find in that space. IEBC, we have to go and get those people. Develop some clips and put them in TikTok, whereby our youths will be able to relate and they will understand voting even from TikTok. So those are just a few examples that I will bring in that will be able to suppress and bring sanity to our elections, and by so doing, create a level of confidence amongst the voters.
How do you create confidence in the public that their votes are going to count? I'm interested in the approach and the strategy, apart from voter education, or rather the content of education, voter education. How different will it be from what was previously there to ensure that you're able to convince Kenyans that their votes matter?
Thank you so much, Madam Fatuma. So about confidence creation, we have to move from where we are to where we intend to be as a premier electoral management body that will be respected in Africa. One, when it comes to strategies, we should develop a strategy that brings on board. One, we have to have a very intentional identification of stakeholders. We mainly base ourselves with, I can use the word traditional stakeholders, but there are so many stakeholders in the electoral management body. We need to benchmark from other democracies, from other EMBs all over the world, and come up with the best practices for this area of strategy development. So one of the strategies, of course, we have a directorate called voter education. I will involve the staff from that directorate because they already have it. Now that IBC is the front screen, the commission is the front screen of the commission, we need to make sure that our process is very well understood and they are clear, they are accountable, they are transparent, and counting of votes will be done in a very efficient and simple and accurate manner. Now that we have developed from times when we used to count votes, all the votes at the tallying center, the constituency tallying center, now that votes are normally counted and collated at the polling stations, we have to ensure that the counting is efficient and appropriate strategies are developed at all levels. Secondly, the users, that is the staff, should buy in to those processes.